Hi guys, what's up? I hope everybody is doing good and kickstarted your preparations. I've done a similar video like this on weightage analysis for CA final a couple of days ago. Now I thought I'll do this for Inter. This is even more a very extensive analysis of almost the last 8 attempts. You can see there 8 attempts ranging from June 19 to of course up till November 22. Very wide coverage so that we can try and understand where our predominant focus has to be. So watch this video completely, try and understand what I'm telling in this video to make a clear preparation strategy for your auditing subject, and I'm pretty sure that it will help you have a comprehensive understanding of the entire syllabus. I'll also share a couple of links in the description which will enable you to have a revision, also get through to see how people have answered in the past. So let's get straight into the video and understand the things here. So first, I want all of you to understand that the entire syllabus has to be broken down into 4 parts. You can see the 4 colors that I've used there. The first one, green, ranging from 1 to 8. I've not included 6 there because 6 comes a little down because the maximum weightage about that is only 5 marks. So this is my first bracket where you can see the weightage is about 30 to 45 marks, ranging from the basics of auditing to analytical review procedures. There is the flow concept, okay, neatly starting from what is the definition of audit, who is auditor, what does the scope of audit contain, what are the various aspects, ranging from there to the objective of audit, and going through the entire set of 6 steps that is ranging from terms of engagement standard number 210. It goes all the way till standard number 230 on documentation. You can watch the revision series where I would have explained you how the entire audit process goes on. The links are in the description for that entire playlist, so you can go through that in detail. So this will be your part 1, guys. So I'm dividing the entire audit syllabus into 4 parts to make your life easy. Okay, so let's go with the 4 parts. The first one is the most important one, chapters 1 to 8 excluding 6. The second part is just about 2 chapters, chapters 10 and 11, that is very scoring, the company and audit report part including caro. Then the third part is something that many people don't like, but I will give you an easy way. All I'm going to do is to hook you up to a particular video which will help you solve these 2 chapters 9 and 13, which are a very integral part of the syllabus, but there's a lot of theory into that. And the rest of the part, fourth part, I'm categorizing it as miscellaneous, wherein you have audit in computerized environment, audit in banks, and the leftover standards. Actually, if you go by the ICAI material, you will not find a chapter called 14, you will have only 13, but I've included all those standards that were not covered in first 8 chapters. 5 of them are covered in that, and towards the end I've put them, and questions are coming from those standards as well. Basically, there will be other standards. When I say there will be 220 in that, 250, then about 299, 550 on related parties, and 710. I'm only talking about these 5 standards when I refer to that as a particular chapter, so that is not even a big chapter as such. So let's try and understand what we are supposed to do with the second part first. You know why? Because it is one such straight piece. Okay, these 2 chapters, company auditors report order. Now you can even mark it as 2020. There's just a small correction out there. So over the years, you've seen this is ranging anywhere between 15 to 20 marks plus the MCQs. This piece, what you're seeing here, is only the weightage of the question paper. Okay, but there are also MCQs coming from that. So these 2 chapters, the kind of value that they add to your preparation. So if you guys want to follow the flow, be peaceful and do everything in the order, then always I suggest you start with part 1 only. But if you're already confident about part 1, that is, like some people take more time to understand company audit and then the audit reports and then caro, so you might want to allocate a little more time to that. Some people take more time to understand the basics, and if your basics are strong, you can spend more time on part 2 later. So because I do understand you do have other subjects also to work around, right? So if you can see there, damn sure questions are coming from the first and second chapter, but for that one rare attempt here, every time there has been a question from first and second chapters In fact, all the chapters, maximum where you will not get a question is maybe sometimes, look at the frequency of a question not coming from this. Very, very, very less. So every chapter, it is a flow concept, guys. Every chapter is touched at every point, and the more you focus on these chapters, the better it is for you. So well ahead. If you have not completed your classes, first do that. This time, since the results have come pretty early, you have all the time, 3 full months of Feb, March and April. And if you're writing only the second group, you have a little time in the first 10 days of May as well. So you have, ignore May, but still you have full 3 months as of when we are doing this video. So I think you should give it a full shot. If somebody is not prepared well, first get your classes done properly. Or if you think your concepts are not clear, always invest on a crash course or a regular course. It doesn't matter. Many people are really worried, how will I finish the syllabus? Then do it, but do it properly. Okay, at your level, I don't suggest self study for these subjects, both audit and ASSM, for one reason, that you will end up wasting a lot of time. And I've been doing this for the last 11 years, so I know what I'm exactly talking about. I'm not somebody who's against self study. I do encourage if you are doing it with ample amount of time on hand. But for those people who have already done self study, couldn't get through the exam, there is a clear indication that there are certain logics that are missing. So it's always important that you subscribe to a regular course or a crash course and get things done in a smooth and simple manner. So my revision videos, which are there in the playlist that is there in the description, will contain the first few parts, which will clearly explain you about what auditing is, right from the basics till analytical review procedures neatly. So you can use the first set of revision videos to go through the first part. Then there are 3 exclusively driven videos, one for company audit, one for audit reports, and one for car. 3 set of videos that will help you cover this second part. The third part is where I'm talking about one video, which I guess is part 6 if my memory goes right, where I've explained about what are you supposed to focus on when you're doing chapters 9 and 13, because by hearting the content that is given in 9 and 13 is practically impossible. So making sure that you use the techniques that I've given on what to do, because there are a lot of common points that we can jot down, make an idea and how, because they're not going to ask you 10 questions from that chapter in the exam where you can't write repeated content. Whatever is there, you have to write, and the best sense of writing will come from giving the best answer. How will you do that? Is by noting a few points which are absolutely common in every answer, which I've done for you very clearly in that video. So I guess it's part 6. You can always visit that also. And then where there are no much of videos and where I've not really focused this part, maybe for this attempt might try and put out some little information on this also, like audit in computerized environment and audit of banks and the other standards. Let's see if I can roll out a video on that and add it to that list. But other than that, everything else is ready. This last piece, maximum it caters only to 10 to 12 marks. So in that search of those marks, and here no matter how much theory is there, you might still want to stick to basic preparation. So though 20 marks are there here, you will not spend so much amount of time that you spent on 10 and 11, right? 10 and 11 will take more time but comes for less marks. But when you talk about 9 and 13, you might spend very less time on them, but it will come for more marks, and you can kind of balance it out in the exam. And of course, there are no excuses for chapters 1 to 8. So if somebody is watching me for the first time, this is how I break the audit CA inter syllabus into 4 parts. If you haven't tried this, do it. First, you get an understanding of how we work around, right? You can get to my, like I said, the revision videos are all absolutely free. You can get to understand what audit is all about, how I'm teaching, and the similar exercise is done for EIS and SM. So please do check out the channel and the previous videos in little detail, so that it helps everybody to find a pathway and go for it. Like I said, I want to keep this video short. So that's all. That's what I want to give you here. Just a couple of minutes on the weightage patterns. You can see an average of 5 marks are there in the first 2 chapters. The third chapter, a very elaborate one covering 2 topics, right? Documentation and evidence. So it's obviously anywhere ranging for 10 marks. That chapter is something that you should not miss. Internal control again works out to be 5-6 marks, fraud on 5, and sampling and analytical procedures on 3 each. So you can see Depending on the size of the chapter, only the marks are also there. So the averages talk a lot about these things. I generally don't encourage people to do analytical procedures towards the end, which is exactly why I'm doing it now itself and putting forth all this, so that it makes your life easy and you know where your attention should go. 10 marks each are on an average, they're 9 and 8. You can say that rounding off to 10 is there from company audit and audit reports, plus the scope of MCQs coming from there. So you are definitely not supposed to miss those chapters. Elaborate videos are there on the channel. You can go through them completely. And the other two parts I've already addressed. So hope this 10 minutes has given you an insight and a bridge to start off with. If you have many doubts with respect to subject, we will be doing live sessions later to clarify those. And if you have any doubts on your preparation strategies, please do let me know in the comment section, and do share this video with your friends, because it's going to help them also plan their schedule for the exams. I'll come up with more interesting videos in future, guys. Stay tuned. So I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.